Well, I've got it on Twitch alert.
I do too. I just have to get that on the other way. Like, I was running the show last night. I got it 6 hours in this. Like, I was on broadcast. I left on broadcast the whole time, and then I get on and call the last 2 games, and then I get the notification.
This is Out of Left Field. Meet today's contestants. A Phillies fan from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, TARDIS 16. A Tigers fan from West Lafayette, Indiana, Special FX. And a Cubs fan from Champaign, Illinois, Heinz AS. With today's host, Garrett Hall. Thank you, everybody, and welcome to the debut of Out of Left Field. The ML Botball community has been big fans of baseball trivia for some time now, and with the unfortunate passing of Alex Trebek, whom I had the honor of meeting twice in my life, we all worked overtime to get this out and ready for this week. We hope you appreciate. These 3 contestants today will be vying for the honor of being the first winner of Out of Left Field. We'll learn a bit more about them shortly, but first, let's take a look at the categories. We have 2020 was a great year. Some great stat lines from the abbreviated season. Census data. We'll be presenting some districts that host baseball teams and asking what's superlative about them. Getting to first base. Good call. Verbing players. This is where we'll be taking current MLB players, names or homophones that form phrases. So, for example, a Washington National who is consuming tiny particles of matter would be Adam Eaton. And finally, World Series droughts. Heinz, you won the coin toss. Why don't you start us off?
Let's start with World Series droughts for 200.
In addition to a 44-year championship drought, which team is the only team to never make a World Series appearance? Special.
The Seattle Mariners.
That's correct. You have control of the board.
Right, we're going to keep it with World Series droughts for 100.
The 2 longest World Series championship droughts of all time, 107 and 87 years respectively, ended this millennium. Both these teams are located in which city, Heinz?
That would be Chicago.
That's correct.
World Series droughts for 300.
Name the team with the current longest World Series title drought. If the drought lasts just 5 more years, they will pass the Phillies' 77 years for 4th longest of all time. Heinz?
Cleveland Indians.
You are correct.
Let's go for 400. World Series droughts.
The 1980 World Series featured which 2 teams who had never before received a World Series title? The loser would break the drought 5 years later, and the winner would become the final of MLB's original 16 teams to win. TARDIS.
The Philadelphia Phillies and the Kansas City Royals.
You are correct. You have control of the board, TARDIS.
Let's stick with World Series droughts for 5.
Before 2020, the only time the Rays reached the World Series was in 2008, when current manager Kevin Cash was playing catcher for which team? TARDIS.
Padres?
I'm sorry, that's not correct. Special or Heinz?
Nope.
He was playing for the Red Sox, in fact.
I was thinking Yankees, but good thing I didn't go with that.
TARDIS, you still have control of the board.
Oh, okay. Let's go census data for 2.
We have a problem. Which team plays in FIPS code 4835000, home to the highest percent of people without health insurance? Time's up. Oh, special. You got in just in time.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and go Cleveland, Ohio.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. TARDIS or Heinz?
No.
It's Houston. We have a problem.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. I see that now.
All right.
TARDIS, you still have control of the board, though.
Oh, I still have the board. Okay, cool. Let's go. Good call for 2.
What is the Spanish translation of Goodbye Baseball, used as a home run call by John Miller of the SF Giants? Special.
Adios, pelota.
Si, senor. You are out of the negative category.
Keep it with good call for 400.
Which current Brewers announcer once hit a home run off of Sandy Koufax, later joking it would likely keep him out of the Hall of Fame? Heinz.
Bob Uecker.
You are correct. You have control of the board.
Let's go good call 300.
Which famous announcer with a rhyming name claimed 20 hot dogs would equal roughly a nickel depending on the strength of the yen, according to a Saturday Night Live parody? TARDIS.
That, of course, was Harry Carey, played by Will Ferrell.
And you are correct, and that will take us to our first break here. And so, TARDIS, let's go ahead and start with you. You've been to a number of baseball games in your time. What's the weirdest story that you have from one of them?
Well, this is a funny story. So I went to a Phillies Blue Jays game. I think it was like Memorial Day weekend a couple years ago, and we were on the subway ride back, and there was this guy. I think he was from Canada, I assume, and he cuts between the train lines, but you're not between the trains, but you're not supposed to do. And he leaves the door open. And he comes and he says, "It smells like weed in here. Who's not sharing with the Canadians?" And everyone was there. He walked around the train for like 5 minutes, and he was just asking everybody, like even little kids who obviously wouldn't have weed on them. And it turns out the trains just smell like that because of what happened in the 80s.
You say that, but perhaps in Canada the kids do. It's tough to say. So, Special, I understand you also have an interesting story related to the 4th of July in baseball.
Yeah, so I actually went to a 4th of July baseball game back in 2012 when my favorite team, the Tigers, were actually good, long time ago. And, it was a crazy weather day. It went from 101 to hailstorm back up to 78 degrees, all within a few hours. But, about halfway through the game, I'm sitting 25 rows back, and all of a sudden, I just kind of take a look up from my phone, and I see a baseball coming right at me. So I quickly try and I didn't bring my glove. I quickly try and just, bare hand catch it. Bounces off of my arm, off my neck, and right to the guy in front of me. And the sad news is he wouldn't even give me the ball. I was a 12-year-old kid. Everyone booed him, but, he kept the ball.
All right. And not to see if that could be outdone, but Heinz, I believe you also have a story about 4th of July in baseball?
Yeah, I do. So when I was younger, my family would go up to Peoria, Illinois, which is just a little further north, to see the Cubs affiliate, the Peoria Chiefs. And on a 4th of July, I got to see the first and only no-hitter I've ever seen on 4th of July, which was really cool. Got to see the fireworks there, and also got an autograph by that guy afterwards on a hat. So pretty fun time. I don't think he got it.
Player.
I don't remember his name off the top of my head. I'm not sure, and I don't think he made the majors.
All right, question writers, make sure to include this as the final Jeopardy question. Heinz, I believe you are still in control of the board. Is that correct?
If you say so.
I think that's right.
Let's go with good call 500.
Who was one of the first 2 recipients of the prestigious Ford C. Frick Broadcasting Award? One with the catchphrase, "How about that?" and the other popularized the phrase, "can of corn." You just need one of the 2 players. We were looking for either Mel Allen or Red Barber.
Nope.
I know both the names. I wouldn't have guessed either of them. I know.
I
the
don't.
names.
Same here.
For all your times, perhaps. Heinz.
Let's just finish off. Good call.
Sounds like a good call to me. Following a Kirk Gibson walk-off playoff home run, which solo broadcaster took a long pause before famously saying, "In a season that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened." Special.
You could call him the Cookie before Cookie was ever in ML Botball, Mr. Vin Scully.
You are 100% correct, and I wish I could give you bonus points for that. Special. You've got control.
All right, we're gonna go with 2020 for 100.
Which AL Cy Young winner finished 2020 with a sub 2.0 ERA and an 89% win-loss record? Special.
Shane Bieber.
You are correct.
Go 300,
You have
same
the-
category.
Which NL Silver Slugger finished the season with a batting average above 350? TARDIS.
Juan Soto.
You are correct. TARDIS, you're bored.
Let's stick with 2020 for 4.
Which 2020 AL MVP finalist finished the season with a batting average above 350? Heinz?
Former Cub DJ LeMahieu.
You are correct. You're bored?
Let's go 2020 200.
Which NL Cy Young winner finished 2020 with a sub 2 ERA and 2 complete games? Special.
Trevor Bauer. Future Tiger. Probably not.
Allegedly.
Special.
All right, getting to first base, 200.
Runner at first. Batter hits ball to shortstop who fields the ball cleanly but overthrows the second baseman. What does the official scorekeeper rule for how the batter reaches first base? Special.
That would be an E6. Or an error on the shortstop.
I'm afraid that's not what the scorer would say.
Ooh.
TARDIS?
Fielder's choice.
That is correct. The error would be on the throw, but unfortunately not. He would have reached on fielder's choice. TARDIS, you're bored.
Let's stay with getting to first base for 3.
Although on-base percentage is typically higher than batting average, pitchers occasionally have a lower number when they have few walks and or a very high incidence of which phenomenon that fails to get them to first? Special.
What is a sacrifice?
You're correct. You've regained control.
Let us go with players for 100.
Verbing players.
Verbing players, yes.
An LA Angel electronically amplify the sound of some freshwater fish. Special.
Who is Mike Trout?
Could you please phrase it in the form of an answer?
Mike Trout.
You are correct.
Verbing players for 2.
Washington National. Somebody who rotates flat objects used for carrying and delivering food.
Oh.
TARDIS, you got in just in time.
Trey Turner.
That is correct.
I knew
You're
that.
bored.
Let's stay verbing for 3.
Pittsburgh Pirate. Make fun of a cup-shaped percussion instrument. Special.
Josh Bell.
That is correct. You're bored.
Verbing players for 4.
And you have found a daily, or rather ground rule double. You can wager up to 700.
All right.
Please ring in.
Let's go for 500 points.
500 points. LA Angel. Sealing a mythical winged beast within a small aluminum container. Special?
Joe Adele. I think I got that wrong.
It was Griffin Canning.
Griffin Canning. I never would have
one.
remembered him.
It's a good one.
You still control the board.
Finish out the category, 500. Let's get those points right back.
Cincinnati Red. Show signs of aging, you young whippersnapper. Time is up. Sunny. Gray.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
All right. Getting to first base, 100.
In 2006, the California Supreme Court ruled that players cannot sue about which hazardous method of reaching first base. Special?
Hit by pitch.
That's correct.
First base for 4.
With 2 outs in the 9th inning of the 1941 World Series, Tommy Henrich opened something of a rally by successfully reaching base via what method? Codified in the late 1800s along with the infield fly rule as part of a crackdown on intentional fielding errors. And that is special?
Defensive indifference.
I'm sorry, no. Hines.
Catcher's interference?
Also incorrect. TARDIS, would you like to take a shot at it?
Just really quickly. I think the points are being taken away very quickly. I thought Hines just had like 1,200.
That's true.
We will check on that when we get to the break. And special, what were you at just before that?
Believe I was at 300.
300. All right, we will correct the scores. TARDIS?
No, I'm not gonna. I'm good, thank you.
It was a dropped third strike.
That makes sense.
Thank you for speaking up. The scores should be up to date.
Okay. Perfect. Is
Special,
it
you
still
have
me?
control.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Getting to first base, 500.
Jacoby Ellsbury reached first base an MLB record 30 times via what method? Mike Scioscia attributed his success to his swing type, letting pitches get deep, hands pulled back before driving down on the ball. Special.
Single.
No, 30 times was not the record for a single, I'm afraid.
Oh, 30. I didn't see 30 times.
And notice that one. Anyone else? TARDIS.
Infield single?
I'm sorry, that is also incorrect.
Yeah.
Hines, you want to take a stab at it?
No, it's not.
This one was catcher's
How much was
interference.
that one worth?
Oh,
Because
God.
I just went from. Oh, yeah, there you go. That was weird. It went from 900 to 100 and then back up to 400.
Yeah.
I've got you. Special.
Okay. 2020 for 500.
Which 2020 NL Gold Glove pitcher also became the first pitcher with a perfect win-loss record for a season amongst qualifying pitchers? Hines?
Max Fried.
You are correct. The dreaded census data category. What value would you like?
Let's do 100. Start simple.
A short drive from popular retirement communities like The Villages, Venice, and Sarasota. Which team plays in FIPS code 1263000? The district with the highest percent of the population over age of 65. Special.
The Tampa Bay Rays.
That is correct. You're bored.
Census data 300.
Which team that started 3 Hispanic pitchers in the 2020 NLDS is located in Phipps code 1245000, home to the highest percentage of Hispanics? TARDIS.
Miami Marlins.
That is correct. You're bored, TARDIS.
We only have census, so let's go 4.
The record 34.2% Asian households in Phipps code 0667,000 can root for which local team that once featured Masanori Murakami, the first Japanese player in the MLB? And that is the San Francisco Giants.
Oh, I was thinking about it.
Let's take a look. In 2020, Melanie Newman became the 4th woman in the MLB to call a game, appropriate for which team in Phipps code 2404,000, which boasts the highest percentage of female residents? TARDIS.
Baltimore Orioles.
You are correct. And now we'll take a quick look at the scores as we get the board set up.
I'm taking this moment to look at the chat. They are being asked for a hi for Mo. Can we get a hi for Mo, everybody?
Hashtag hi for Mo.
Hi for Mo.
Very well. Hello for Mo. Okay, let's take a look at the categories for the second round. Don't worry, the scores will be back. Which is,
I mean, if you don't want them to be back, that's fine.
Nice try. Nice try. Our categories as we head into the double round. An album cover.
Ooh.
The Hall of Infamy. Infielders Who Rake. Jackie Robinson Day. Largest to smallest. And What a Relief. For largest to smallest, we'll give you 3 numerical values. You will order them in order from largest to smallest. Special effects, you get control of the board first.
All right, we're going to go Hall of Infamy for 800.
Which former Tiger and current commentator was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2018, where he holds the highest ERA of any Hall of Fame pitcher? Special.
I have to get this one right. Jack Morris.
You're correct, and back in positive territory.
Hall for 1,000.
Which White Sox pitcher, inducted in 1955, holds the distinction of being the only Hall of Fame pitcher with more walks than strikeouts, due in part to his record low 2.32 K per 9? And that is Ted Lyons. Special?
What a Relief, 200.
High for him. Boasting 25 saves in 15 consecutive seasons, which Yankee holds the overall MLB record in saves? Special.
High for Mo, it's Mariano Rivera.
And we got our high for Mo in there after all. Special. You're bored.
All right. Let's go Jackie Robinson, 400.
During his first tryouts for which team would Jackie Robinson be subjected to racial epithets, a continuing problem that very recently caused Torrey Hunter to request a no-trade clause to this very same team? Hines.
Boston Red Sox.
That is correct.
Let's do Relief for 400.
400, you said?
Yeah.
Which athletic sidearm starter turned reliever won the 1992 Cy Young and AL MVP for his 51 save, 1.91 ERA effort? Hines.
Dennis Eckersley.
You are correct.
Relief 600.
Bill Buckner once quipped of which 7-time All-Star and 1992 Hall of Famer, the only thing stronger than my swing was the beauty of his mustache? Hines.
Raleigh Fingers.
You are correct.
Beautiful mustache. Relief 800.
With more multi-inning saves than one-inning saves, which fireman-style reliever said, "The times I did a one-inning save, I felt guilty about it. It's like it was too easy"? . Anybody? And that's Goose Gossage. Heinz, still your board?
Let's do infielders who rake for 200.
In 2008, which Florida Marlins shortstop became one of 4 players at the time to have hit 30 home runs and 25 steals in a season? Special.
Hanley Ramirez.
You are correct, and you've regained control of the board.
Thank you. We're going to go largest to smallest 6.
Order these 3 items from largest
Ooh.
to smallest. Giants 2019 average ticket price, Giants losses in 2020, and Buster Posey's age. Special?
From largest to smallest, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. We're going to go Giants losses, Buster Posey's age, and the average ticket price.
I'm sorry, that is not correct. Artis, Heinz? It was ticket price of $38.32. Buster
Really?
Posey is 33 years old, and the Giants lost just 31 games.
I thought the
I still
tickets would
don't
be a
know
lot
who Buster
cheaper.
Posey is.
I thought the tickets were a lot cheaper. Largest to smallest for 2.
Mike Trout, career hits. Albert Pujols, career RBIs. And the year of the Angels' first World Series title. Special?
Angels World Series title, Mike Trout hits, and Albert Pujols. No, can I change my answer?
Please.
Okay. We're going to go with Albert Pujols RBIs, then Angels World Series title, and then Mike Trout hits.
You are correct.
Okay. Glad I caught myself there. Um,
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
He's gone. He's back.
Can't keep him away.
Yep.
Let's take a moment to get the videos right.
Technically, I'm special effects now.
There we go.
You just dropped in points.
I need
did.
to get my video set up too. That's right.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Didn't have to do anything.
Okay.
And
We're
you
going to
still
go what a
control the
relief
board.
for 1,000. What a relief for 1,000.
Thanks to his heavy usage as an opener, which former Ray set an MLB record for throwing 7 consecutive scoreless starts, albeit in just 9 2/3 innings.
I'm going to remember this name after you say it, but I can't think of it now.
That is Ryan Stanek.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
That's not who I was going to say, so I'm glad I didn't buzz in.
All right. Hall of Infamy 200.
Despite having a pitching excellence award named after him, who has the most losses of any pitcher in the Hall of Fame? Special.
Cy Young.
That's correct.
Why they got to name it after Old Hoss Radburn? I've been saying this for years.
Hall of Infamy for 400.
Which player nicknamed Mr. October could also have been aptly named Mr. Strikeout, as he leads the Hall of Fame with 2,597 total career strikeouts? Special.
Reggie Jackson.
You are correct.
And finish off the category, Hall of Infamy 600.
And you found the first of 2 ground rule doubles. You can wager up to 1,000.
Okay.
Please remember to
Let
buzz
us-
in.
Yeah, let's go for 800. If I can. There we go. There's the buzz.
Which former shortstop for Padres and Cardinals was elected to Hall of Fame in 2002 and also holds the record for most MLB at-bats without a grand slam?
Ozzie Smith.
That is correct.
There we go.
You're up to 1,700 in second place. And it's
Thank
your
you
board.
very much. Jackie Robinson 600.
Born January 31st, 1919, Jackie Robinson's middle name was given in honor of which U.S. president, who had died just 25 days earlier in Sagamore Hill? And his middle name was Roosevelt.
I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to risk it. Jackie Robinson,
Same
200.
I was trying to think who was president then.
In 1944, Robinson was court-martialed from the military for what reason? The same reason that would make Rosa Parks famous 11 years later. TARDIS?
He didn't want to give up his seat on a bus.
That's correct.
Oh,
You're bored, TARDIS.
Oh, okay. Let's go infielders for 4.
In 1960, which second baseman hit a walk-off home run in Game 7 of the World Series? TARDIS.
Bill Mazeroski.
You were correct.
Let's stick with infielders for 6.
In 2000, which middle infielder led the American League in batting average at .372? TARDIS.
Garcia Parra.
You were correct.
Thank you, big guy, for that. He did a trivia question with that before. Let's stick with infielders for 8.
You found the second of 2 ground rule doubles. Please buzz in and tell us how much of your 2,400 you would like to wager.
Let's go 500.
500 infielders who rake.
Yeah.
Which second baseman has the third most 30-30 seasons, with 4 seasons hitting 30-plus home runs and 30-plus stolen bases? Mr. 16?
Yeah. Robinson Cano.
Ouch. I'm afraid the answer we're looking for was Alfonso Soriano.
I was
He's
thinking that.
on my list of answers
Cubs
anyway.
legend.
You're still in second place. You have control of the board.
All right, let's go album cover for 2.
Which World Series ring holder famously walks up to the song shown here? Special.
Gerardo Parra.
You are correct.
Let's go infielders who rake for 1,000.
That's the wrong one.
Pirates pitcher Stephen Brault, who released a Pitch at Broadway shown here, is no stranger to audio. He also co-hosts the IMHO podcast with which fellow pirate? And that's Trevor Williams.
Never would have gotten that. Okay, infielders who rake for 1,000.
Which second baseman has the most 30-plus home run seasons? And that was Dan Ugla.
I would not have thought him.
okay.
I knew
No.
he had a lot. I
Thought
would
about
not
him.
have thought of him.
There's a reason they're worth 1,000.
Largest to smallest, 400.
Cal Ripken Jr. consecutive game streak. Chris Davis career
Oh.
strikeouts. And the year of the Orioles' first World Series title. Special.
We're going to go with strikeouts, Orioles World Series, and Ripken's consecutive game streak.
That is not correct. TARDIS?
Let's go strikeout streak World Series.
Also incorrect. Hines, would you like to take a stab at it?
Yeah. Let's go game streak strikeouts World Series.
Close, but also incorrect. Oh, well,
He doesn't have what, really?
let me knock that out.
Because I know when the World Series was. I don't know what the strikeouts is.
The correct answer was Cal Ripken's streak at 2,632, the World Series in 1983, and Chris Davis is just 1,852 strikeouts. Hard to believe.
Way more than that.
And 1 second, I need to fix the board up. And I believe, who was it? Special to pick that?
I think I still have the board.
It's
We're going to
your
go
turn.
Jackie Robinson 800.
Who was selected to make his feature film debut starring as Jackie Robinson in the 1950 biographical film, The Jackie Robinson Story? Special?
I rang in too quickly. I was thinking of the other more recent Jackie Robinson movie. But we're gonna take a stab at it anyway. We'll go with James Earl Jones.
Not the answer we were looking for.
It's a good guess, though.
Heinz or Tardis?
Nope.
The person who was selected to play Jackie Robinson was Jackie Robinson.
Oh, come on. It's not fair.
Wow.
It's fair.
Interesting.
Special?
Album cover for 6.
Nelly's Here Comes the Boom often delivers for Blue Jays fans as the walk-up song for which hitter who led the team in home runs in 2019? And that was Randall Grichuk.
Oh, man.
5 categories left.
All right. Jackie Robinson 1000.
Jackie Robinson became VP of which major beverage company that had to update its marketing in the 2000s to declare it 100% coffee due to rising allergy concerns? The allergy concern was peanuts. The coffee name, chock full of nuts.
I didn't know that was a coffee brand. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Album cover for 400.
Which song from the album shown here has been used as walk-up music by players including Lance Berkman, Andrew Miller, and Nathan Eovaldi? And sooner or later, God's gonna cut you down.
Never heard
There's
of
3
that.
clues left. Special.
Album cover for 8.
Although Metallica's Enter Sandman will be forever associated with Mariano Rivera, it was actually first used by which rival closer who notched over 400 saves and the highest K per 9 among pitchers with more than 800 innings? Special.
We're gonna go with Francisco Rodriguez.
It's not correct. Tardis?
Trevor Hoffman?
Close, but nope. Heinz?
No. I'll hold here.
Oh,
Was
I think I know
Billy
this.
Wagner.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was my
all
other
right.
guess.
Largest to smallest for 1,000.
Madison Bumgarner, career grand slams. Madison Bumgarner, postseason shutouts. And Madison Bumgarner wins as a Diamondback. Special.
We're going to go with postseason shutouts, career grand slams, and wins as a Diamondback.
And you are back in positive territory.
Hey, there we go. All right.
3 shutouts, 2 grand slams, and 1 win. Adrian Beltre, career hits for the cycle. Fernando Tatis, single inning grand slams. And Felix Hernandez, perfect games. Tardis?
Beltre, Tatis, Felix.
You are correct. And that is going to do it for the final round before our final question. All 3 of you are in positive territory, so you get to participate. So in a second, send me by DM your wager for the following category. Hitters.
Very descriptive.
Yeah.
And once I've received the wagers from all 3 of you,
It's the last question, right?
This is the final question. So the scores going in the final round: Special at 900, Tardis in second with 1,500, and Hines with 2,300. All right. I've gotten a wager from everybody. And so let's reveal the final question. What member of the 3,000 hit club is the only player to have the exact same number of hits on the road as he did at home? Good luck, contestants. Please write your answer to me via Discord. Five seconds left. Tardis, do you have an answer?
My send button's not showing up. There you go.
Okay. Excellent. Special, you were in third place. Let's start with you. Who did you expect as the answer to the question? Had the same number of hits on the road as at home?
Well, my thought process was it's got to be a guy who's played his career for the same team. So I went with, the longtime Tiger, Al Kaline.
That's a good guess, but unfortunately, not correct. Tardis, let's move over to you.
I had absolutely no idea, so I thought of a good hitter, and the first name that came to my mind was Wade Boggs, Carpet World, Wade Boggs, Carpet World, Wade Boggs, Carpet World.
A great hitter indeed, but unfortunately not what we're looking for. Your wager?
I bet everything.
Ouch. Let's move over to Hines. Hines, you were in the lead. What was your answer?
Well, I think I've heard this one before. It's just a question of whether I remembered the right name. And following the same rationale as Special, I'm going with the guy who stumped all of us a lot, with the exception of Juan Gonzalez. It's Stan the Man Musial.
And you are correct.
Oh.
What was your wager?
800.
And it didn't particularly matter, but you have set the new out of left field record with 3,100. So thank you to all contestants for participating. I hope you had a good time. We are glad to be able to bring all the viewers.
If he hadn't died in 2013, I would go find him and punch him in the face.
Well, thank you, everybody, and this will do it. We hope you enjoyed the first episode ever of Out of Left Field. If you enjoyed it, please send us a note, and maybe we'll do some additional ones. Thank you.
Good job, Hines.
Gracias.
Congratulations.
And of course, as the credits roll, a quick thank you to all the people who made this possible. In addition to our amazing contestants, a big thanks to Amy for making the interface, D-Wilkes, Big Guy, and Tardis for submitting questions, although we couldn't use any of Tardis' questions for this one. Aether and J-Man for the dress rehearsal, and Shark for providing the organ music.